What was the big discussion about the rules?
We just wanted to make sure that everything was 100% clear, and they were a little different on what they wanted to do. Like they were like, hey, we think we want to do rack for each other, and you know what I always promote. It's just it opens the door for confrontations or unintentional bad things. So, I said if I had a say, I would like to do rack your own, and they said okay, I understand, and that's what they agreed on. So,
Yeah.
uh,
So they actually suggested doing rack for each other?
yeah, and
That's surprising.
it is surprising, but that's what they had suggested there, and um, we're just gonna let them go at it. They did agree to do winner break, rack your own. 9 does not count anywhere on the break. They're doing all ball foul in the act of shooting. If they're setting up for a shot, they nudge a ball, they can stop and they can confirm with their
Right.
opponent for
Yeah.
placement. But other than that, it's just going to be, all ball foul. If they move more than one ball prior to a shot, that is also a foul. Um, but
Okay. So we have a race to 15.
I'm not sure what happened there. I think Joey moved the 6 ball as he shot the 2.
He
And
may have, yes.
I think that's what happened there.
So what do you think? 20 minutes on this race to 15 with these
I
two
mean,
guys?
it might be 25 minutes if they're taking their time, but I mean, just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on these guys. I mean, if you haven't seen them play yet, these are like, 2 great examples, like just prime examples of the fast and loose lefty, like just unbelievable natural playing ability. I mean, this is definitely going to be something where they're not sitting there thinking for 10 minutes between shots. They're just going to kind of close their eyes and say, "Here we go." So we're definitely going to have our hands full with action here.
Well, Mikey showed up early today. He started hitting balls probably about 4 o'clock. And Joey came in maybe about 5:30. Joey says that he's actually been trying to get prepared for this match for over the last 3 weeks. He said 3 weeks, and Mike told me that just this week he had a chance maybe 3 times to go out and get some practice in for this. So
I
we'll
mean,
see.
usually when there's a match, not necessarily at this level, but when you know that you're going to be matching up with somebody, most of the time, unless it's a very special event. Hold on one sec, right? It doesn't count in the bottom pocket. Yeah, you spot it and shoot. Yeah. Sorry, somebody in the tournament had a rule question there. But yeah, going back to what I was saying there, usually when you're matching up with somebody, unless it's a special event, you're not really sure, exactly when it's going to happen. It's just kind of like spur of the moment. You're like, hey, hey, you want to match up, or it's after the tournament, hey, let's match up, whatever. When you have preparation for something, it definitely gives a different aspect, like to the mental side of it, like the preparation of it, like, hey, what's going on here? Are we going to actually are we actually going to play the game that we're expecting? Sometimes if you're in a tournament, you're feeling good, you got that nice stroke behind you, and you're like, hey, of course I'll match up with you.
Yeah.
But then there's other days where the same player might ask you, and you're like, I'm not really feeling it tonight. I don't really want to do that. When you know you have to show up and play on a certain day, that's a lot of pressure in your mind to say, you know what, I have to show up and play good that day, or I'm out.
Right.
You know, so right here, table 1. Yep, they're playing there. Yep. Got some spectators. They moved to the area from like northern Mass, and they were asking me outside about this matchup. They're not familiar with either player, but they were really excited to watch the match. So,
Where are they from?
I think he just said northern Mass to me, but he said something Nelson's room. Well, it wasn't a familiar name to me, but he said it was just a couple of 9-foot tables in there, like 3 or 4 tables.
But they play.
But they are players. He said that he recently went to the place up in Centerdale, but he's been trying to come down to Providence more often. I guess he's been getting drawn here by the other players from over there.
Right. Yep.
But
Well, you must know. He never went to Bailey's. I mean, if it's Centerdale area, maybe. No.
no, it wasn't there. I mean, but I like to see all these guys in the room like this, and everybody's just really wanting to get that, they want that feeling. They want to see the action happening, and that's what we're creating here. And it's really nice to just see everybody come together like that. It doesn't happen like that as often as we'd like, but we're doing what we can. So I'll tell you what, we got 3 minutes on the clock, and we're on rack 2.
Yeah.
So what have you heard about the two guys? As far as the the line goes, favorites and who's got the advantage. I mean, I know what I heard. What did you hear?
Just talking to a few. I mean, I'm going to have to say that Joey has been marked the slight favorite here. But anything happens in this 9-ball game, obviously. I mean, I don't get to see Mikey play that often. When the Bud Classic comes around, he comes down, he participates in that. But otherwise, I really don't think he's involved with pool at all.
Yeah, I mean, Mikey's not really involved, I guess you could say, but I mean, how long has he been playing? You know his early days longer than me. I mean, how many years has it been? I mean,
oh, it's got to be at least. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've known him since maybe the mid '90s, late '90s, anyway.
I mean,
his dad for sure.
So there's one thing that both of these players have in common that we haven't really brought up just yet. Both of these players are members of the New England Pool and Billiards Hall of Fame, so they're both on the wall. And also, both of these players have won the Bud Classic. I thought that was kind of cool, like they both have some of the same accolades within the room, and I think that's pretty cool.
Well, Joey, because of his accomplishments, is not eligible for the Bud Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
He has won some events, some big events, Joss events, so he is not eligible.
Correct. Yeah, Joey did too good. Nature of pool. It's the nature of the game. But Joey was also the first American rotation national champion.
That's correct. That's another one he's pulled.
Another great accolade there. So what can you tell me, just your personal opinion on what we've been doing over here on Wednesdays and, with the action matches and, just in general about what we've been doing with the ship to cash stuff, what we're doing over here at Snookers.
Just to let you know, Mikey he touched the 9-ball on there, so that is a foul. It looks like he jumped clean, but he hit the 9-ball with the cue, I think, coming through. But yes, I can see action every Wednesday night now. People are coming down; they're more interested in the game, and they're playing even, which is a big key. Not a lot of people complaining about it either. They know they're up against tough players.
Yeah.
And it is a short match, so a race to 3. They figure all they have to do is get lucky here or there a couple times, and they can pull a match out against any of the players that's in the building.
Yeah, I think part of the obstacle of getting more players in the room and getting people to play in that way is just getting that information out there and knowing why am I supposed to play even? Why am I supposed to get in the box with these guys that are supposed to be better or whatever it is. And I think that's a disconnect that we have right now. We're repairing that as best we can, but I think that's the biggest issue. Just as far as getting those players into the room. A lot of these guys that I talk to, they're like, oh, I can't play on that tournament. That's a pro tournament. And I try to explain to them, like, do you realize that we have C players cashing on a weekly basis? Do you realize that? And, there's, mid-level amateurs beating pros in the tournament because that's just the nature of the format. Like,
correct.
It's short race, even up, rack your own, alternate break. It's a pretty much even playing field. You just got to play good a couple racks.
That's all.
But mentally, you get the okay on it. Like you can actually say, yes, I beat this guy.
I don't think enough of the players play even in any events. The regional events that we have, in our area right now, because they're handicapped, they're just used to playing with a handicap. So playing even kind of frightens them in a way. But I feel as though if they just came down and tried it, especially in a short race to 3, all they have to do is play good for 2 racks, 3 racks, and win the match, and they'll realize that playing even in a short race is actually attainable.
Yes. And to be honest, I think that that's literally the only way to get that mental confidence without having to match up with a guy, oh, let's play an even race to 11 with a pro player and expect to do well. It's not really going to do too well for you, but, you got to start somewhere, and you have to get that mental aspect of, hey, I'm going to play this guy even and actually win. Like some of the bigger handicap matches. Like where you have those really lopsided games, you have like, 14-5 or 11-6 or things like that. You can win a match and the other guy beat you 2-1, but you still beat him.
Right.
It's like,
Yes.
Doesn't make sense. So we're definitely trying to, implore that. Play even. That's the way you do it. That's when pool was, the big game in town, or whatever you want to call it, when it was in its golden age. I mean, it was only even. It's the only way to do it.
And I'd actually like to see it go back to everybody playing their own division. I mean, even if it's just a tour set up where there's the A, B, C, D divisions, and play even. You play even and try to advance to the next stage. Anybody interested in the game of pool should be trying to improve.
Todd Brock, table 10. Table number 11, we got Steve Nelson, DTK. Steve Nelson, Billy the Kid, table number 11.
Okay, looks like we got a break in the action.
So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I feel like what you're saying is almost what my formula is. I mean, I've broken down players into divisions. I don't like to stick with the ABC thing. I think that it's too broad, and it's hard to make people understand, like, an A- and a B+ are kind of the same rank, and a B- and a C+ are kind of the same rank, and they're like, well, no, one's an A and one's a B, or one's a B and one's a C, and it's hard for people to grasp that. So I agree that sometimes it's difficult to understand that, and grouping them in just an A, a B, a C, or just say an amateur or pro, it's too broad of a spectrum. So what I've come up with is just the 5 divisions. Not counting the Open Pro division, obviously, but my 5 amateur divisions is 1 through 5. The top amateur is just, AA+, and then you go A-, B+, B-, and so on and so forth down. Sometimes there's going to be players ranked, B+, but they're going to fall in the B category or whatever it is. But, you get to really get a little bit more particular with it, and you play within your division, and it's even action. So there's no, oh, well, he's ranked a little high or he's ranked a little low. You're either going to win or you're going to lose, and that's where you know where you sit. So
5 divisions should be enough.
Yeah,
I like that idea of the 5 divisions, but still, I mean, if you had 100 pool players lined up that all play pretty much the same, and you had to separate them in 2 categories, when you draw that line down the middle and you spread those 2 players out, one goes to the high and one goes to the lower, they still play pretty close together, even though you had to make that distinction between one going up and one going down.
Yeah,
there's always going to be
close.
Yes.
There's never going to be a handicapping or a skill level rating system that's perfect without flaw, because rating someone anything other than even is flawed as it is. The guy had a better day, he had a lesser day, whatever it is, and there's no way to really gauge how good a guy's going to feel on a particular day of the week. So there's not really much to do with that. But so far in this match, I mean, we've seen 1-to-1. I don't want to say we saw anything spectacular so far. I mean, they're kind of just getting their gears kicking in, and and seeing how they're rolling. Want to say we had 2 ball fouls in the last rack there that Mike won. Right? Is that right? We had 2 ball fouls or just 1 ball foul?
Well, I saw the one on the jump.
The jump.
The jump, yeah.
Yeah, so we had 1 foul there, and then we saw that Joey shot, I think it was on the 2 ball in that rack there, and he nudged the 6 ball as he was shooting. But, I mean, they're both looking pretty comfortable. I mean, they're not looking, you know, they're not looking like, oh, I'm totally nervous or whatever else. They're just trying to get comfy and do what they want to do, you know. I got to say, that was a little uncharacteristic right there of Mike there, but, you know.
I was thinking the same thing. I don't know. It looked like he in this rack, he slowed his pace a little bit now. Well, both of them are the 1-2 stroke and shoot. They connect quickly to that object ball. And maybe you call that indicative of the a left-hand shooter.
Table number 8, we're going to have Kevin Montero and Rich Senna. Kevin Montero, Rich Senna, that's on table 8. On table number 6, we're going to have Kevin Brule and Dennis Levesque. Kevin Brule, Dennis Levesque, that's on table 6.
Well, also, I got to mention the you have a gentleman here. His name is Pete. He says he's from Florida, originally from Buffalo, and he wants to say hi to his friend Rod out there if he's watching.
Okay.
Pete says hi.
Rod, if you're watching, hello from your man over here. Table 3. So we got any stream action? You guys out there in Streamland, if you want to go in the chat, we are in there. See, we got 15 or so people logged in there. Is that right? 15?
15 chatting now, it says.
Well, if you're out there, let us know where you're tuning in from. Say what's up. We love to hear from you. Rhoda Man, 6 ball skidded. I'm just going to guess and say that that's Paul Rhoda. 6 ball skidded. Yeah, I was going to say that seemed like the case.
Our 2 players, table number 7, Fred Sawyer, Chuck Sampson. Fred Sawyer, Chuck Sampson, table 7. Table 12, we got Cliff Medeiros and Diana Howland. Cliff Medeiros, Diana Howland, that's table 12.
So, what do you think? I mean, what are we seeing here? Are we seeing, you know, just a little bit of nerves? Are we seeing just a little uncomfortable?
I'm thinking it is nerves. Before the match started, Mikey was firing balls in from everywhere. And he's just not coming with the same execution. Looks like his stroke is being held back just a little bit right now, and that could be nerves doing that.
Hey, babies are watching. Hey. Those are my babies. I got my girls watching, Angelina and Kaylee.
Oh, no kidding.
Daddy misses you girls. I wish you were here. I hope you're enjoying the show. I don't have a camera to point at me, but me and Ray from Snookers say hi.
Hi, girls.
It's almost bedtime. It's actually very close to bedtime.
7:30 is bedtime for them?
7:30, 8 o'clock, depending on the day.
Nice. Need your rest.
Well, I'm glad that you girls tuned in. So, I missed something real quick there, Ray. We had the one ball hanging. What happened there?
Well, I actually had, when Paul
Oh
came
yeah,
over,
same thing.
So I was interrupted.
Those interruptions, they'll never let us go.
Well, I mean, it's tough being here, working and trying to commentate.
Yeah.
They come up and they're asked questions. You know, I try to keep the conversation going.
I know that we had to pull a couple of strings to get you to
and I think
be able
Paul's
to be
on
in
his
here.
way right now to grab the microphone.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think we got a vehicle that might need some moving.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I have a car that needs to be moved outside. License plate FC 300. Please move your car. Thank you.
So, I mean, to be honest, I think if both players are feeling that way about the match right now, you know, just trying to work the nerves a little bit. I mean, I can't remember the last time either of these guys have been in a match like this type of, this type of stakes or this type of setting. But I think that it's really going to come down to who gets comfortable first is just going to kind of run. And if they both get comfortable at the same time, strap in because we're going to have a serious show if that happens.
Well, I know Joey's a little bit more open in the game. He'll take risks. He'll take more chances on shots. Where I think Mikey will play more defense.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Tell you what, just the eyes of the players always tells me what's going on. You know, when I get the opportunity to look at the guy right in the face and say, all right, I can see what he's feeling there.
Right.
That's when I can say, you know what, he's feeling this right now. So we got Mikey tying up the game, 2-2. And I'll tell you, I did not see it going that way right off the rip. I didn't see it going that way right off the rip, to be honest. I thought that we were going to see, like, like maybe like a 3-0, and then, we go to a 4-3 the other way or something like that. Like, I thought we would see a little more of, the grouping of wins versus a trading racks type of match. But, again, it's still early, and we're still seeing a little bit of the...
They're both making mistakes right now, and that's gonna disappear. Somebody's gonna get the engine going.
Pool players, table number 4, Charlie Garabedian, Shane O'Brien. Charlie Garabedian, Shane O'Brien, that's table 4.
Yeah, I mean, once these guys hit their hit their speed, I mean, I've seen some incredible things from both of these guys. I got to say, though, these two guys, they're some of my favorites to just watch. You know what I mean? Just the way they go about it.
I like the quick connect that they have. They both have that style of just bending down and seeing the picture and connecting quickly to it.
Yes. They don't really have to figure it out. They just say, all right, there it is, ta-da. It just kind of glows for them.
Right. Well, I'm kind of into aiming and different aiming systems that players use, and both of these guys are pretty similar to where they say it's just muscle memory, just how I shoot through as far as what my stroke feels like. There's nothing like certain players say contact to contact point, or they aim with the cue stick or the outside edges of the cue ball, ghost ball, all those different types of methods that players use neither one of these guys use any type of specific method.
Yeah, they just say, "Oh, that's how you do it." Bang.
They see the picture, you know, and they just shoot to the picture. That's pretty much what they do.
And Joey's going to be a little bit over this ball here. I don't think it's going to impede his shot too much, but that conscious thought that if you move it, it's going to be a foul. That's definitely going to change your thought process for most players anyway. Maybe not for Joey, but
yeah, he actually threw that ball a little bit too much. He wanted to he didn't want to play that in the corner. He wanted to score on the side.
well, right now he's working on a recovery. Now, do you think he's gonna back cut this and try to go 4 rails under it and try to tag into the 7, or are you thinking he's going to shoot it to the left corner there?
Well, from where he's standing right now, looking at that ball, he's looking to cut it to that top right-hand side and then go 3 rails around towards the 6. And obviously he didn't cut that ball quite enough.
I think that, he definitely dragged it away from the pocket there. Being so close with that kind of stroke, he just kind of dragged it right into the rail, but he was working on a recovery from his close position on the 4.
Right. Yeah. Once you get out of line, you got to try to swing it back your way.
I got to say, I mean, I'm not saying that they're just reckless players, but I think we're going to see less safeties than average.
Well,
we're going to see more shots being pocketed.
I talked to both of them before the match started, and I think Mikey was the one that said he's going to try to play smart, play safe. Yeah.
I mean, right here, I mean.
Well, he used nice draw stroke to it. That ball goes in, he's in good shape.
Oh yeah.
Looks like maybe a back and forth, unless he's going to try to use inside English and come underneath the 9 ball.
I mean, he's usually going to stroke the ball.
Yeah, he's going back and forth with this. He wants to go 2 rails and try to get your cue ball back to pretty much where the 7 ball is right now.
I think maybe he had a little bit of overthought there.
Well, it's just feeling comfortable on the shot. That's all. That's all it has to come down to. Because, like I said, before this match started, he was on that table firing everything in. So it's just a matter of comfort right now.
Well, if I know these guys, I'm sure they'll find their comfort zone.
Well, I'll tell you, with enough chances, it kind of makes it easy, you know.
Yeah.
If a guy keeps firing on you and you have to keep, struggling within your own game, it makes it tougher. But you can get some chances back. It should work pretty easy for you.
I gotta agree with you there.
This is the same type of draw stroke you used before.
Very nice smooth stroke there. That was great. All right, full players coming up on table 2. We got 5K, Rourke Dixon. 5K, Rourke Dixon, that's on table 2.
We got Mike multitasking over here. He's running the tournament, trying to stay up on the conversation and watch the match at the same time. That made him a little bit more comfortable. I could tell just the way he bent over on that 9 ball that he's starting to feel a little bit of something in this.
All right, full players coming up on table number 5. We got Mike Utley, Alita Mullendorf. Mike Utley, Lita Mullendor, that's on table 5. And on table number 10, we got Todd Brock and Carlos Sandoval. Todd Brock, Carlos Sandoval, that's on table number 10.
So we're doing pretty well over here, Ray. I appreciate you giving me a little credit for stepping out every now and then, but you know how it is. I mean, in my opinion, I can't tell someone to do things for me as much as I'd like to, only because, it's got to be done in that particular way, and I like to interact with the players in a particular way, and
No, I understand.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, even like when you were in here Tuesday night, setting up for this match.
Yes.
And making sure that the way these screens look tonight for everybody, it was important to you. You put a lot of effort into that, and I think the players noticed that. But here's one of them. He created that the way that image spins into the frame. You know.
We care over here. Okay, we care. It's not just whatever.
It's important to us. That's right.
It is. So I'm looking around the room. We're seeing some good playing going on. I'm seeing. Let's see who are the special guests. While we got our timeout, let's go to our.
Let's go to our rail.
Our rail cam.
View. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Here's our rail view. Hey, look, it's Gary. Let's see who we got over there. I wish we could get a pan of the room. I see Rob Rogan over here.
Yep.
We got Kevin Montero on table 8. We see the cash cow, Mr. Rich Senna. He's right under the action table board. We got Patrick O'Connor.
Clyde's sitting over by table 8 too.
He's with Mark Dion.
Yeah.
Mark Dion, broken wrist and all. He's
well, what happened to him?
Apparently he fell.
Oh, he broke his wrist.
Yeah, he fell. I guess he was at a Dunkin' Donuts, and the clerk threw a coffee milk at him and said, "You get it yourself." And no, I'm just kidding. But I think he just he slipped and fell at a Dunkin' Donuts apparently, and his wrist is a little messed up. So he wanted to come and play, but obviously he's not going to do that with his wrist all messed up. There we see Peter Skordas. Got a lot of guys from the Sticks and Stones area. See Mr. Run Sue. Always like having him.
He's a guy that's going to be. We're going to hear a lot about him soon.
Yeah, I'd like to think that he's going to do pretty well. All right, we're going to get back into action here. Mikey's returned from his break.
I'd like, it's not a lot of people talk about it, but taking timeouts at the right time can be important in a match. And what he did right there, the way he broke the balls, made a couple, he gives himself a fairly easy table. And his opponent has to sit in the chair and just look at this table and realize that he could be down 4-2.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000% there. 1,000%. Sometimes I feel like players run into a wall trying to run through one, and they don't realize there was steel beams behind the wall. They shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They get to the 8, and it's a little funny, and they don't stop and take a breath. They just plow it right into the rail, and they go, "What the heck happened here? What am I doing?"
Right.
But
well, I like this, going around the table and taking a look at where he wants his cue ball, because it's critical here. You get on the 6 nice and straight into the side, maybe where you could just draw your cue ball a little bit. You want to make sure getting shape on the 6 is spot on. So where you get on the 5 plays into that.
Oh, pretty sure he could still see that. He did overroll for sure. Yeah, he's still got that ball. He's still got the shot, but it did look like he overrolled that just a bit.
Yeah, I think he was looking to get position on the 5 to get position on the 6 ball in the right side pocket.
Yeah, I
Although
think,
you don't want to be on the rail with your cue ball if you're shooting that 6. You want to make sure you're off the rail. All right.
and he's
Plan
definitely
B.
overrolled. Yeah, he's going to
Plan
have to
B
go
is
to
the
corner
corner
there.
pocket.
Yeah, he's going to the corner. He's just going to draw down. Got to draw his ball about 18 to 20 inches, and that's the end of that one.
Well, put the ball in.
I wanted to mention real quick, last year's Bud Classic winner, Mr. Francisco Cabral, a.k.a. 5K. Wow, fantastic shot, Mikey.
See how we drove through that ball now?
Yeah.
That's a comfort stroke right there.
Yeah.
When you drive through the ball like that.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he likes Metallica.
The
The Metallica kicked in, and he said, hey, watch this.
It's go time.
Yep. It is go time. But I wanted to mention that Francisco Cabral has defeated his first opponent, who happened to be Mr. Nelson Oliveira. Just wanted to mention that. Give Francisco some props.
Now, see, there you go.
He's doing pretty well.
Played Nelson even in a race to 3.
Right, there you
and
go.
got the job done.
Yeah.
You know, how's he feel now?
Yeah, there you go.
He's the king of the hill.
Yeah, now he says, oh, I got to play another amateur. No shot, pal. And then watch, he'll lose to a C player or something, and then we say, wait a minute, something's not matching up here.
Well, and that's how it plays out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's exactly how it happens. But that's pool, and we love it. Sometimes we hate it, but we still love it.
All right, Mikey's breaking from the same side that he's been breaking from. I did see him make a corner ball one time.
Yeah, before he was doing pretty well. I think he was either making the corner ball or the one ball on the side.
Yeah, the corner ball hit high that time. Okay, Joey. Takes a walk around the table. Good idea.
Fantastic idea.
Oh, yeah. Get your breath. Get your work done now.
See, now, this is something that I want to say about the rack your own winter break format. It changes the approach to the game in the aspect where, you know, it's my turn to play now, and unless I do something wrong, it's not your turn. It's my turn. I'm playing pool right now,
Right.
and unless I decide that you get a turn, you don't get one. And I like that aspect. What do you think about that?
I agree. Yes. I think it'll actually it keeps a player involved in the game. It's almost like straight pool. You know, you get the break shot, you break, and you continue your run. It strengthens the amount of concentration you have.
Yeah, and you know, when you get ahead or you get in your comfort zone, you can really pound it. You know, it's like, hey, you know, I'm 2 games now I'm 3 games, now I'm 4 games, and you just keep going, and you can really get that tunnel vision and do the right thing. So,
All right, I think we're finally going to see a safety play here.
oh, that 2 ball's real close to that 9. I don't know if he's going to leave. It doesn't look like it's wired at all. It looks like the 9 ball's lined to hit above the corner there.
Yeah, but they're so close, you could probably throw that. There's a chance you can throw that. If you can come into the top of that 2 ball, come into the top right-hand side of that
Slow
2 ball.
speed, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Let's see how Joey goes here. I got no doubt he's hitting it.
Right there. Right there.
Ooh,
Right there.
fantastic attempt by Joe.
He came into that 2 exactly where he wanted to. Unfortunately, our camera went out of focus and you didn't see it too clearly.
yeah.
But he almost threw that right in the pocket.
Good call, Ray. Good call. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do it, but it looks like Mikey's looking at just drawing the cue ball into the 9 right this second.
It might be a good move because even if he pockets the 2 and tries to go high above the 3.
Yeah, the 9 ball's stuck there.
Yeah, it's in like a double kiss position, like where you come down and the 3 would just double kiss it and keep it there. So he may want to try to just draw into it now. Well, he's going to go that route, but like I said, a lot of times I see people the ball is just double kiss and sit there in this situation.
So he's going to actually.
Unless he can get that 3 ball off the rail and actually cut that 9 ball in. He did.
That's what he went for.
And it's still, you see, the ball was sitting on that point.
Yeah, just because it was sitting so snug on there.
It looks nice. It looks pretty, but
yeah. What do we want to call that? A Monet? You look at it up close. It's a reverse Monet. Up close, it looks terrible. Wow. Nice shot, Joe.
Wow. Yeah, that was a nice shot. Joe. That's big recovery there.
And you hear the room respecting the shot, recognizing the skill. How about that for timing? We got the Karate Kid soundtrack here as he makes it. I love that. We're fans of the 80s movie music in the Ship to Cash playlist. A lot of the guys like hearing those songs.
Yeah.
We got Rocky songs and Top Gun songs and Karate Kid songs and Beverly Hills Cop songs. We love all that stuff. So we love hearing that. Are you familiar with the Karate Kid movies, Ray?
No, unfortunately, I never saw them. All right, Joey's breaking from the same side as Mikey. And his corner ball went high there, too. The only way to make that corner ball go lower, breaking from that position these guys are in right now, is to actually add a cup break to that. So you're going to actually...
So you think they're hitting the ball a little full?
Yeah, they're coming into a full. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that by cutting it, it's going to make the ball go in, but it'll definitely have that corner ball come closer to the corner box.
So you think they need to assess what's happening on the break and make that adjustment instead of just trying to make what they're doing work?
Exactly. So you have to, I mean, if it's not working, you have to change something. So right now, both players have, I've seen them just rack the balls and break from where they're breaking from,
Gotcha.
Neither one have really racked the balls and then actually inspected their own rack.
Yeah, they're just throwing it up there and smash it.
But you should try to read the rack to give you the benefit of knowing what ball you have a good chance of making.
Definitely agree there.
Well, winning that last game should have made Joey feel a little bit better. Although his accuracy on shooting has to improve quickly, or he's going to be in trouble.
Tell you what, if he's ever seen the Karate Kid, he's definitely running out here. He's about to crane kick this 3 in the corner.
Snap drawer off the side rail.
I love the way he hits that shot. Just the way it's nice and smooth like that. I see a lot of guys hit that and they smash it, try to force it so much. What are you seeing here, Ray?
I'm just seeing, I mean, he's going to the shot. He's looking on position for the 6 where he's standing there instead of going around to where he's going to be shooting the 6 to see where he wants his cue ball. You want to pick your spot. See, he should have walked around the table to see what angle he wants on the 7 instead of shooting it from there.
He said, hey, it's about here, and this one's about here, and this one's about here, and I can make every shot. So
yeah, no, I know. Exactly.
That's his mind.
That's how he does it. But if he just, I mean, he can shoot the same way, shoot the ball the same way, but at least walk around the table a little bit more to pick your spot for position.
Yep.
And then try to hit that spot. I mean, he does well with just stepping up and firing it, but sometimes shots you need just the right angle. You know what I mean? I mean, I've had ball in hand that I put down on the table 3 or 4 times. That's how critical an angle can be sometimes.
Yeah, you want to double check, make sure, guarantee that you're not doing something like just stupid.
Right, and I'm sure everybody's done that. You have ball in hand. You put it down in one spot, and then you get down to shoot, and you say, wait a minute, it's better if it was a 1/4 inch this way.
I know exactly what you mean, and honestly, when I'm thinking about that right now, I kind of feel like you know, players that don't double check like that, I think they're almost balancing the enjoyment of the speed and the proper way to do it. You know, like they're trying to balance, like, hey, I like to just go through the motions, and I'm just going to go shoot this, and now I'm going to shoot this, and like they're enjoying the pace of play, and they don't want to slow down because it's not as enjoyable for them. You know, I think that might be a factor.
Changing the speed, right, changes the comfort of how they normally do it, and I agree with you 100% on that. See, Joey broke from the same spot. I mean, he did jump the table with the cue ball, but once again he just racked the balls, broke from the exact same spot, and his corner ball came high again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds funny, but usually 9-ball has the break being a very significant part of the outcome, especially when the players are at a high level and, you know, they're both pretty evenly matched as far as skill goes. But right now, I'm going to say that the break has no bearing on the match right now.
Only to say that they're both not really making the break work.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it is part of it because the other guy's getting to the table.
Yeah, the other guy's getting to the table. I'm just saying, like, the guy that's breaking isn't necessarily...
No, there's no advantage to him right now.
Right,
yes.
Exactly. It's just, you know, hey, he got to shoot the ball first. But, you know, it seems like they're both pretty comfortable at this point. I don't think we're going to see any more nerves, you know, at this point. But,
that was a really nice shot right there.
Of course it was, Mr. Minichello shot.
It had to be nice.
It had to be nice. I gotta mention, just look at the way he's walking the table. That's something that I love about Mike. Just the way he's got like natural table swag.
But you notice he's actually walking around and taking a look at his angles and trying to pick a spot for his cue ball. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy watching him. You know, pace the table and do his moves, and I really enjoy watching him play. You know, Joey obviously as well. The way that Mikey does it, like I've compared him to like Michael Jackson before. Like sometimes I feel like he moonwalks the table with his hand on the rail as he's checking it out.
Kind of slinks around.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Watch this. Yeah, let me check this out real quick. You know, tips his hat the other way, fires the ball. I'm like, oh man, I love that. You know, it's so enjoyable for me to watch.
There he goes. There he goes.
There it is.
Now we are having an intermission on this.
Yes, it's going to be at the conclusion of rack number 12, I believe they agreed on. I'll double check with them, but I believe it's at the conclusion of rack 12. All
right, so we have rack 10 coming up now.
Hey, how long did that take? 20 minutes? 20-minute race to 15. Just want to remind you guys what you're watching. We're watching STC Fight Night from Snookers in Providence. Got Joe Dupuis, Mike Minichello, racing a 15. It's a 2K match. We really appreciate all the support from Snookers and the guys over here. Ray, yourself, I mean, you've definitely been very supportive. We appreciate all the fans and spectators, players, and all that. You guys make this work. We're doing this for you.
All right, let's see. Let's see if there's a change on what we do here.
I mean, what line has he been going to? He's been to the corner of the brake box. I mean, there's no limit to where you can brake from. You can brake from anywhere.
Brake from anywhere? Yeah.
Yeah, you can brake from anywhere. Yep.
So looking at the table the way we are now, he's about 1 foot to the left of the spot. Mm-hmm. And he's going straight into the 1 ball. Now, when the 4 ball happens to be the corner ball on this rack here, and has been coming pretty close to that first diamond, maybe just under the first diamond, as it did right there. You know, end up catching a scratch. But the art of the 1 pocket break is to manipulate that corner ball, and no one's really taking advantage to try to figure out how to do that yet.
I mean, the bottom line is that, I mean, if either of these guys get the break to work for them, that's when we're going to see, you know, a serious change in pace.
Joey's, I don't know. Joey just hasn't clicked into it yet.
Well, if Joey hasn't clicked in and he's only 1 game down, what does that say?
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's where Mikey wants to be. He wants to be right, pretty much on the rail to shoot that combination. Hit that really good. A little more bounce than he wanted to. If he plays this, he's got to, he's got to cut into the 7 ball. He wants to drive the 6 ball cross table towards that other corner pocket, the bottom corner pocket. Going to try to play the 6 ball over there.
So you think he's going to come behind it, try to kick it into the 7? Or he's cutting it straight into it?
Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. No.
He was trying to send the 6 down table a little bit more than that,
well, when
I think.
When he went over to the balls to line them up, it looked like he was looking for to set up for a combination.
Yeah.
But he attacked it going off the rail first.
He's going to overroll a little here. No, he's just firing the bank. He's getting down firing.
That's what Joey does. He just let it fly.
A little firm there. Little firm.
On table 12, we got Dennis Levin, Cliff Medeiros. Dennis Levin, Cliff Medeiros.
I think he's going to catch a little bit of a bounce off that rail, cutting that ball down. He may play this so he goes off the right rail and back out. It's like a kind of a two-rail cross.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he pockets this ball at a medium pace, you know, even slow roll, I mean, anything to pocket the ball, as long as he doesn't smash it, I think he's going to be fine. You got to shoot it with a comfortable pace.
That's it.
That was his comfortable pace. There he is. Now, how does he do this? He's going to like punch it into the rail with a little bit of right English?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay. And get him off the rail. He's off the rail. All right. We got Mike Minichello going up 6 games to 4 in a race to 15. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're using the Delta rack. That was given to us by, I think, Tony Robles. Is that right?
It is, yeah. It's from the front of the tour. I don't think he gave it to us as much as he probably left it behind.
Oh, I guess. It's like, hey, thanks for forgetting, Tony.
But yeah, no. Well, I have it, and it's here at Snookers. So Tony, if you're out there, just let me know. I have it here waiting for you.
Yeah, Tony, if you're out there,
all right.
come pick it up.
I tell you, it's the same break, same spot.
Nothing's going down now.
Oh,
Joey's
we have a
going to do
timeout.
that. Now they both
Joey.
took the break at the same point, though. Like they got the table sitting there.
They have the
Yep.
They have the table with ball in hand, and you take a break at that point, and you come back. It's such a comfort to come back and have ball in hand to deal with. You know, I've seen players. Their opponent safes them. They're locked behind the ball, and they decide to take a break at that point. And I can tell you, it really doesn't help if you take a break at that point. Give your opponent ball in hand, because the tables will turn against you even more that way. So, just as a key, the time to take a break in the game of pool is when you come back to the table. You have a pretty easy shot to deal with. It'll help you mentally, you know, get back into the game if you're struggling. But
Yeah, I mean, you never want to like say, okay, I'm stuck, frozen on the ball. Hold on, let me go.
Let me take a break.
Let me
at
take
that
a
point.
break,
Yeah.
come back, and then go on tilt when I don't hit it. I mean, that might not be the best of ideas.
No, I
but-
mean, you may not go on tilt, but it definitely, it's not going to help you. Taking the break for some people it gives you a little time out. Get away from the table. Things aren't rolling your way.
checking out that rail
But
cam
when you
now.
come back, you want to have an easy shot to face.
Yeah, you want to come back and say, all right, I'm in.
Now I'm back. Now I'm going to, slow things down, get the wheels turning.
All right, we got Joey back in action. He's got his ball in hand.
All right, ball in hand.
He's saying, watch me run, boys. Watch me run.
I really wish he walked around a little bit more, though, and looked at his position points.
Now, before we were talking about, who was like the favorite or who was going to win, like majority, whatever. Now, you said that, some of the folks thought that, Joey was a slight favorite.
Well, look, I would say I talked to 10 people.
Mhm.
I'm going to say 6 of them picked Joey and 4 of them picked Mikey.
Gotcha.
Now, that just happened to be
The 10 guys
those
you
10
talked
people
to.
I
Yeah,
talked
right,
to.
yeah.
I could have walked up to 10 people that said Mikey in this.
Yeah.
It's split that pretty much that even in this room.
Yeah,
Yeah. From what I've heard.
Yeah, that's about what I got. I mean, I didn't even think that I had one side favored. A lot of guys were asking me, hey, who do I take? Who should I take in the match? And I'm like, get 2 games with either guy. You're looking good.
Right.
It's just both guys have the ability to take this. So, but by no means are we ever going to see one of these guys just crumble and that's the end of it. I mean, both of these guys know how to bear down and get it. Very nice execution on that one there.
I tell you, he got it. That was an excellent shot on the 7 in the side, position on the 8, and he got the job done. All right.
He got the job done.
Got the job done.
Joe Dupuis.
Took his bathroom break with ball in hand, and results ended up good.
Run out likely. Joey rocking his Deadstroke shirt. That thing's probably been in more action than most players have in their lives. Looks like it's been through a little bit. Now, Ray, I got a question. Just personal opinion on this, okay?
Oh, yeah, I just want to.
Yeah,
I just want to watch the break. I just want to go through the break one more time. Obviously, he set up in the same spot. He went straight into it, but he ended up making the ball.
He did.
He made the ball. Now, I could see the way those balls spread that something wasn't frozen in the rack, and that actually helped that corner ball get lower.
Yeah, I don't think...
Because they didn't separate right. There was a little hesitation to a few balls there, which meant there was some spaces.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah, you go do what you need to do. Well, he's looking good here. He's going to be drawing about 6 inches. Oh, a dead stop. Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those situations where he actually should have taken a look. It got him into this situation here. He should be fine, but
So
just taking a peek on that other, he stopped his cue ball. Instead of drawing like 6 inches on that, have a straighter shot, and just, go through a stop shot situation, he almost hooked himself. I mean, left himself a tough angle on that 5 ball.
I wanted to get your personal opinion on something, Ray. I just, just what you think. What do you think about, like, dress code, just in general about pool or whatever?
I think it's critical because, especially a couple things that I've been working on, trying to get sponsors to add money to tournaments that I plan on doing down the road. Or just
It looks like this was it. It was Rack 12. That was the agreement there. So both players have decided to do their quick break. We're going to turn up the music for you guys. just a bit.
Oh, so we're tied at 6-6.
Tied at 6-6.
All right.
And we're gonna do our quick intermission. We're gonna turn the music up so you guys got something to listen to. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right. We'll have to continue that conversation when you get back about the dressing room.
Yes. Yeah, we'll revisit that when we come back. Okay. We're gonna go politic on that and make sure we got the right information. We will be right back, folks.
take part in this raffle here. Now's the time to get the tickets. And if you want to get any tickets for these prizes we got here, we got a HP Fire tablet, and a power stick for voice remote, a couple of pairs of Bluetooth headphones, VR headset, CBS tracker. You can put that into your case if you like somebody tries to walk up to your stuff. You're going to know. Got a tail, got a camping tent with an air mattress. That's the good stuff. Chase, Leo Hernandez. Brian Chase, Leo Hernandez. On table 2. All right, coming up next on table number 8, we're going to have Nelson Oliveira, Josh Caesar. Nelson Oliveira, Josh Caesar. That's table 8. Next up on table 7, we're going to have Chuck Sampson, Matt Cody. Chuck Sampson, Matt Cody. That's on table number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get this action match kicked off for the second half. Can we hear it for these guys, please? Make it up to the good.
All right, we are back in action. Back from our second half of the match, and we have a tie game. It doesn't get much better than that. It does not get much better than that. So we're at 6-6, and this is Joey's break.
Okay, let's see which player received the text message about doing something about the break. Well,
Okay.
Joey's friends didn't text him.
No?
He's still breaking from the same spot, same result.
All right, so I didn't get too much time to speak with Mike in the intermission, but I did speak to Joe for a short few. And, I just wanted to get the idea like, hey, Joe, how you feeling about the match? What are you thinking here? And Joey's, idea is basically, I'm just going to keep being Joe and do what I do, and I'm gonna win the match. Mike seems a little more you know, laid back. You know, I don't want to say laid back. I want to say he was a little bit more not concerned, but he was just, you know, I'm gonna do my best and make sure I don't do anything dumb, and I'm not gonna make any mistakes and take it down. So, I mean,
And with all that said, now he's faced with this situation that too is like froze to the point. And I don't know if he's looking to make it or he just elected to leave position for safe.
yeah,
on
I
that
think
one.
he's just gonna roll it over there near the 5. Ooh,
No, it
wow,
went. It
that
went.
is incredible.
He did go over and look at it, and
Yeah, he did.
I thought it was on the point. So, as you can see, he knew better.
He definitely knew better. He definitely knew better. I gotta say, this is just like, this is pure lefty out right here. It's just plays the 1, makes the impossible 2 on the side, a 3-ball combination. You know, like what's next? Oh, that was
a
great
nice
speed.
shot. That was a very nice shot.
Ready to go again? What's that? Not a while, no. I have a match for you now. Yeah, you can play right now. Yeah? It would be the same table.
Oh, he kicked right at it. He's hooked Mikey,
I have your match ready to go.
but that 3 is in the hole.
Well, yeah, I'd like to play. Yeah.
Okay, well, last time you said like,
Yeah, no, I mean, after your match here, then you'll have some space there.
so back in the
Table 9, yep.
Look at that.
Wow, fantastic.
He went behind, right behind the 9 ball, 1 rail.
Fantastic. Great shot, Mike. I got to get a little bit of, I got to get a little angle on how Mikey's walking around there. Just look at his stance. That's just pure lefty. You know, it's just. That's very good there.
I think we're cutting this. 2 rails. You can play 2 rails around for the 7.
Boulay, Diana Howard. Kevin Boulay, Diana Howard. That's on table 9.
Stretching a little bit. Have to watch out you don't foul on that 8 ball. Tuck in the shirt.
You know, I got to say, I haven't utilized this camera angle too much, but I kind of like it that I get to see the players walking the table a little bit more. I do like that. Now, what do you see him doing? He's gonna
I
shoot
think,
the 7 corner and punch off the side rail. Is he gonna roll around the table or?
No, I think he's going to draw straight across, and I'd hate to see him try to leave the cue ball on the rail and try to go behind that 9. He's got to come out.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that.
I mean, he walked over there, kind of looked at it, and kind of scared me a little bit, but he's definitely probably just going to draw off that side rail.
Just like that.
Yep.
All right, here's a judgment call. What do you do here? You going around and shooting the 9 in the same pocket? You going back and forth shooting the 9 in the top corner? How do you go about this one, Ray?
Well, I tell you what, I would say it's a matter of preference on this one, on which one you'd rather.
You don't think it's a higher percentage, lower percentage? It's just what you
it's
feel more comfortable
A
with.
lot of players like to use high cue ball, which in this case you'd be going 3 rails around. Other players like to use draw cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
So the key is to pocket the ball and get shape on the 9.
So you're saying
you know?
whichever formula you're more comfortable with.
On that particular shot, I couldn't see fault in going either way on that.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Minichello rocking it into the hole. Winning the first rack back from the break. We're at 7 games to 6. 7 games to 6.
All right, let's see if Mike's fans texted him about the break.
Yeah, let's see what happened here. Let's see what
I'm
he
really surprised that no one has really tried to change any part of where they're breaking from.
Well, then again, the style of players, I mean, that's kind of their nature. They just say, throw the balls up, get me started, and then as soon as I see a shot, I just shoot them all in.
Oh, I understand. I
You know, it's
understand.
just-
I agree. That's probably just the way they do it. But they should also realize that just taking over the break in this match is going to be the winner.
Yeah.
You know, that's the guy that's going to win this.
Yeah, the guy that figures something out with the break and he can make something work, that's the number one guy here.
It just looked like he went with more power. He did the same thing,
And he
more
got
power. He
a
did
little
make
bump
the
in the
ball.
side, but
Yeah.
that's not going to be something that you're going to repeat there. That's not a repeatable ball to pocket on the break, in my opinion. Got to say, I'm really happy with what the room looks like.
With
Look
the
around.
people here.
I mean,
yeah.
this just. I wanted to mention that Sal Bevilacqua came through.
I saw him. Yes. I just passed him during the break. Yeah. He
I'm
came
glad
in.
he made the trip. That's great.
Do you know of any of the guys he might have come down with?
I don't. I do see a pool cue in his hand. He has a case in his hand, so I think he might be looking for some one-pocket action, maybe.
That's a possibility.
Strong possibility.
And some players have been playing more and more one pocket around here lately.
I like
so
that. I'm sure you like that. That's one of your games. Sure.
I am pretty fascinated with one pocket. Gets me thinking more, that's for sure. I don't have to come with the long shots anymore.
Yeah. Putt, putt, putt. You're on
That's
tilt.
it.
Putt, putt, putt. Put them on double tilt. But I'm really just happy of what the room looks like, the range of the groups and the areas that these players are coming from, and spectators alike. I mean, I want to say minimum 20 to 30 people in the room that just came to watch. Players or not players, they came down just to see the match. And it's funny, some of the players in the tournament are complaining that they got to play a match. They're like, but I want to watch. I want to watch the match. I'm like, watch it on YouTube when it's posted. They're like, yeah, but I just want to watch the match. I'm like, all right, well, watch the match then. They're like, I got to play? Yeah, you got to play. You're in a tournament. We can't just hold it up till you're ready. Well, I want to see the out. All right, we'll watch the out on the way over.
And before the break, you had asked me the question about dress code.
Yes, dress code. Yeah, I'd like to get into that. How do you feel about that?
All right.
Collared shirts, dress pants, dress shoes, T-shirts, hats, like you name it. Just give me your down low. What's Raymax down low on dress code?
Well, I've been trying to actually put some sponsors together to put money into pool, and the better product that we put out, the more money we're going to get. I mean, what you do with the stream right now and the events that you put on, they're professional. If somebody came in and watched you and see the things that you do, the detail you put into it, they're going to want to get involved. Now the same thing, even with the people at home watching. It's important to get as many on, because when we do a broadcast like this, if they see, thousands of people watching, then they want to get involved. Players just playing the game, coming out for the tournament, maybe not so much a Wednesday. This is kind of a laid-back type of a night. They don't have to come in dress shoes, but any other event that you run, that you put out on your tour, they should try to dress as best they can, because I've been trying to deal with liquor representatives, beer, liquor, and obviously, they may show up at Snookers or at Bo's or wherever just to take a peek at, what's going on. They have to be there anyway to talk to the owners about, orders or whatever. So they're going to be in the building. They may see an event going on. If it's dressed up nice, everybody's looking really nice. You're putting on a good show. The numbers on the stream are high. We get more money.
Yeah, no, I'm following exactly what you're saying there. I mean, I have personal ideas and ideals. I have, just my opinions and all. But I like to base what I say on what I get as far as feedback from players. And it seems like a lot of this is split, as far as what they want to wear when they play. Like some of the players feel that dressing up is, uncomfortable. I hear sometimes. I hear that, it's not their style. They want to be able to be, an individual, I guess is the best way to say it, where, they can express themselves through dress, and, they don't like the idea of, dressing up or whatever you want to say, hey, I don't normally wear that. Why do I have to do it this way? And then I also hear other people say, hey, I liked it. It's.
I think if they understood what we're trying to do and the reason why it's important to try to dress a little better, maybe they would. I think they just have the impression that they're just, you're just wanting them to do, dress a certain way.
Hey, dress this way because I said so.
Because you said
Yeah.
so.
Right.
They don't see the purpose behind why we're asking it.
Now, do you think that there's some kind of, compromise in there somewhere? Like, you don't necessarily have to wear dress shoes. Like you could wear sneakers if X, Y, and Z is, covered, or, hey, you don't
fine
have
with
to
that.
wear this.
I would rather just say a clean and neat attire. That pretty much covers it to where you can still wear sneakers. Like I'm pretty sure that what Mikey has on tonight. It looks like he's got brand new white sneakers on tonight.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's
And-
part of what I'm saying. Like, I want to see a guy like Mike Minichello advertised. Just here's my angle on some of this. Okay, so we're trying to get new players into pool, young players, whatever. I mean, like that's a common goal with anybody involved in this game. If it's not, I feel like there's something wrong there.
There's the same spot again.
He's like, I will make you work.
I will
make this spot
I'm going to
work.
force a ball in that pocket
If it's the
before
last
this
thing I
night.
do. Excuse me one sec.
Okay, pool players, listen up, please. Table number 5, Nicole Dennis Levesque. Nicole Dennis Levesque, table 5. Table 6, Terry McAuliffe, Charlie Garabedian. Terry McAuliffe, Charlie Garabedian, that's table 6. And on table 11, we have
Okay.
Todd Brock, Mark Gibson.
Here we go. He's going to map this out.
So yeah, what I was trying to explain is just, I feel like, a common goal has to be we need new players, young players. We need another generation coming into this game. And one of the issues I think is that, just for example, they see an image portrayed and they say, hey, I can relate to that, or no, I can't relate to that. So I feel like the young kids, the young kids in school, college kids, high school kids, people like that, they may or may not relate, to a guy that looks like Mikey does, compared to a guy that's dressed in dress shoes, dress pants, and, they're like, well, that doesn't seem cool. It's not for me. Like they might not see it as something so relatable. Now, I'm not saying that that's, maybe that's the demographic. You get to choose which demographic you're trying to, bring into your game, bring into your pool rooms and whatever. But I really feel like that's, that's something that needs to be addressed any way you slice it. Like I feel that some of the guys in the prospective new player pool might be turned off by the way that they see this presented. They see this game presented. They might say, oh yeah, my dad used to play pool. And they think, that's an old timers game or something like that. And, it might not appeal to them. It's like, hey, I'll just go play poker in my hoodie with my sunglasses on, and I can be the cool dude and, just put my headphones in and say, I call. Bet 1,000. I'll raise you 2,000. And
Well,
like they can be a cool guy, and they're like, I'm not dressing up to come out and feel good. Like they might not they might not like it. And that's an angle that I feel a lot of, it gets kind of overlooked, like just that perspective of it. What do you think about what I'm saying there, Ray?
Well, I know that I remember when Mike DeShane first started coming to Snookers, and he asked me to help him a little bit with his PR work. I guess you could call it, where I told him a big thing for him is when he came in here was to try to dress up, because he is a professional. He's one of the top players in the game. Anytime you walk into a pool room, you have to represent what you're doing. So being professional was, at least to me, to see him, he needed to dress up. And obviously, I mean, a lot of times he come in here, shorts on, T-shirt on. Obviously, he's here just to have a good time and relax. But it is a billiard club, and pool is his business. He has to. He should actually try to dress it up.
So, I mean, do you think that that's something that, applies only to professional level players, or that should just be across the board?
It's anytime you have an event, anytime you run one of your tour events, you should let the players know the reason why we want you dressed up is because we want to try to create a better product to sell to the sponsors. And to me, I would say it's worth it. It's going to be money in their pocket. So why not try it,
So you think that, the draw to dressing in that way is, mostly because we need to get that product give that professional looking sponsorship, product to get the sponsorship. That's the fuel behind. That's the main fuel.
Correct.
So, for example, say a company like Red Bull. Red Bull is a company that promotes, backwards hat wearing, bike riding, guys like that, and they extreme sports and things like that, and that's the thing that they promote. Now, I'm not saying pool is an extreme sport by any means, but the image of what their people portray is not, that professional dress-up looking thing, but they make a ton of money, and they donate a lot of money, and they support them quite a bit with that. And I think that, it doesn't have to be one way or the other. Just my opinion. I don't think it has to be one way or the other, but
I'm not saying you can't make a hat and a shirt. I mean, I've seen some of the outfits you come in with.
Yep.
Your 11 ball outfit.
Oh,
that
yeah, right.
You have the hat, a matching shirt, you're matching the sneakers, clean pants. You're dressing up with a style.
Yeah.
You're dressing up if you portray a style and it's clean and it's neat, then that's fine. I think that's acceptable to me for a tournament.
Yeah.
If you want to come that way.
I agree.
It's the sandals and the ripped jeans and the T-shirt you were painting with the day before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's something that we don't want to see. Yeah, for sure. Do you think maybe a different line of clothes is in order? Something that's a little off the beaten path, like I feel like there's only two ways to go. You're either in street clothes or you're wearing a collared shirt and dress pants. Like there's only two ways to dress for a pool event. And maybe there's something that we can kind of meet in between, where there's a selection of clothes that are something where you can express your, music is a huge piece of it. I mean, what kind of music you listen to is going to have a bearing on what you're going to want to dress like, I think.
You feel that way?
Yes, very much so. Okay. Very much so. The way that people dress is mostly dictated by, pop culture and music and those types of things. And, especially in the young group, I'm focusing a lot of what I say on the younger group. But maybe there's a way that we can compromise and say, hey, if you wear any of these types of things or this, line of clothes or whatever, and you can still express yourself in that way, but look clean and professional, then maybe that's the thing that we need to do.
Yeah.
Like, Mike Minichello sitting here. He's got his clean white sneakers on, his jeans. He's got his polo shirt on, and he's got his Boston hat on. That's what he's comfortable in. I don't want to tell him not to do that.
Right.
You know, I don't want to say, no. We don't wear sneakers here. We have to wear these, you know,
No, but those are, I mean,
uncomfortable.
they're pretty.
Yeah, they are pretty. He's walking on clouds right now.
He is. So,
and you know, I'm sure he feels good walking in his clothes. And you know, I'm sure you've heard the saying, "Look good, feel good, play good."
Right.
You know, I mean, that's part of it too. I feel like you know, some of the players feel good and look good in their mind when they're playing in their, you know, so to speak, street clothes, whatever you want to say.
I tell you, he made some good shots in that little out that he made right there.
Yeah, I think the turning point was the 7 ball there. He played a mediocre safety on the 7 Mike. You know, he kind of double hit it there, and you know, he wasn't able to, you know, completely eclipse the ball. But Joey, you know, he overhit his safe and allowed Mike to get out there.
Yeah,
But that was the
nice
turning
long,
point
nice
there.
long 8. It was a testy 9 that he had, especially when, like, it's been neck and neck, and I'm pretty sure that Mikey's been, like, the front. Like, Joey's had to catch up to him so far. That was, like, pretty much one of the few times that Mikey was behind.
Yeah, he had a lead for one.
Oh, I
one
thought he
stick.
was. I thought he was.
You thought he was moving?
I thought he was trying something new.
Pardon me, Joe and Mike, for saying this, but the way that they're strategizing about the break, it's like, what if I just pounded a little more to work? I love these guys. I love the mind of a lefty. It's just amazing. I love it. You guys that are in the chat, I know you guys are in there. Let me know what you guys are thinking. What are you guys thinking about the break? Are they going about it the right way, the wrong way? You got some, you know, advice? What do you think they should do? And we got some info on the Pool Dog. Yep, just have them dress non-gym clothes. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, no gym clothes. We don't want to see somebody in here in basketball shorts and, you know, just looking like a slob. But we definitely want them to be comfortable yet presentable.
Yeah, clean and neat.
Clean and neat.
Clean
yeah.
and neat.
Yeah. We should have, you know, like a guy at the door, and he says, "Nah, I don't think so, pal." Turn it around. We got all this stuff here that you can try on, though. You got jeans, 2 for $25. I wanted to mention Mike Minichello does not use a jump cue. He just uses his cue. And up and over he went. He did make the hit there. Didn't make the shot, but he did make the hit there. And I think that's a pretty notable thing to be able to do. It's hard enough with a jump cue, but he just shoots the shot. It's another shot.
I didn't notice what he fouled on there. Did he hit the 8?
You know, I didn't see it myself, to be honest.
Maybe his cue stick must have hit the 8. I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I want to say, you know, both of these guys are very respectable. They will never. I don't think I've ever seen a case where one of them would foul and not say something.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care if they saw it or not. They're just going to say, "Hey, I did this. Here you go."
Yeah. Right.
And that's something that we definitely like to spread.
He almost wants to get this cue ball from the exact spot he breaks from. You don't want to be on the rail.
A little bit of nipple love there.
He can still maneuver with this. Have to just use some left-hand English. Not sure if he's used to the speed on it yet, though. He might come down too far.
8. He tried to throw the ball in and come straight down. He didn't stroke the shot in.
Obviously, the way he saw it was wrong. I mean, he did have left-hand spin on the cue ball, you know, so it would come off the rail for position. He just went too full into the 5.
Is this in jeopardy? You nudging the 9 on the way in there? Or?
I don't think so. He's probably going to try to use inside English and play the 7 in the side. No? Two rail up and down, 7 to the side.
And that's how a lefty plays that one, ladies and gentlemen. Up and down,
See,
watch me do my stuff.
Joey plays here more. He's, you know, as far as speed of the table.
Yeah, he's a little more comfortable with
yeah.
that. I'd agree with you there. All right. Joe taking his second turn in the lead, but only by a game. Is anyone else having a problem watching the live stream from the link Mike posted? I'm not sure what the issue is. We are definitely transmitting properly. I would try refreshing your browser. Maybe try using the Ustream app versus the web browser on your device or whatever you're looking at it from. And to answer, let's see, GP33. Has anyone made a ball yet on the break? I think twice, maybe 3 times.
We just had one there.
Yeah, we've had them go in. It hasn't been a consistent wing ball or anything like that, and that's definitely been the talk so far.
Yeah, no one's even made an adjustment to try to change something on it. They're just going with the same thing.
Yeah.
Can't tell if he can see that ball.
This says getting from the Ustream app. Link isn't working, just FYI. The link isn't working? Not sure about that. I will check into that though. I'll see if maybe the link was broken. The link I posted there was just a link directly to the Providence Snookers Providence Ustream page. So I don't know, it shouldn't need changing. It's always the same link there. But if you are having problems with that link, you can always just, Google search or any type of search engine, just search Snookers Providence Ustream, and it should pop up perfect for you. But, if you are having problems doing that in the browser, you can go to the Ustream app and search Snookers Providence. Wow.
Wow. Paul was right.
Wow. I am so glad that was recorded with his 11mm shaft.
Yeah, 11mm shaft.
I mean, look at that. Look at that thing. That's no fat boy. He's got a toothpick and he just jump banks to get out. Wow, that was an incredible shot. Nice, nice.
Okay, he wants to pretty much stay with the angle that he has, the 4 to the 5. Like, he wants to pretty much stop his cue ball where the 4 is. Play it 2 rails around.
I like how he's stalling for a sec there, just double checking his work.
Right, exactly. Picking his spot. Make sure that angle on the 5 is right on, because he knows how critical it is.
Yeah, right here. The 4, 5, 6 is definitely the main part of this here. Yeah, I think that what you want to do here is you want to try to get, you don't want to get straight, but you want to be, favorable on the 5 there. Just kind of roll and
draw this ball a little bit. He's going to draw it and stay on that angle right there.
And you think he's going to go between the 8 and 9 to get the 6, or is he going to try to hug the rail there and play straight to the 6?
No, I think it's 2 rails, but he does have to stretch for it. I mean,
grabbing the bridge.
He's going to draw this ball. I feel like he's going to draw this ball.
2 rails, right about
2 rails come between
center
the 8
table
and the 9.
Gotcha.
Well, he's electing just to leave it long. It's not a bad move either. It's safe.
These guys are so in the zone over here, watching this match. I call the match, and they're standing at the table they're supposed to be playing, and they both come tell me, hey, my guy's not here. Well, yes, he's right there.
They're both at the
They're
table.
just stone-faced staring at the table watching the action match. It's just very, very nice. Rotoman, 6 shot. You ain't kidding, bro. I know what shot you're talking about. That was a 6 shot. And no cheat stick needed there. The room just bared down for him there.
Yeah, they are. They're all watching. It's nice when there's a close match like this. It keeps everybody really interested.
Absolutely. Gonna give us one quick shot over there. These guys are just in dead staring mode there. Very nice. Here we see Mr. 5K coming up, pulling up a chair. He's gonna sweat this match here. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yes, it is a great match, my friend. We got Mike Utley over here. Mike, are you enjoying the show? You are.
Did you have a coffee wagered on this match here? No? Nothing? Mike says he works for a living. He can't afford to place a wager. All right, here we go. Once again, where are they breaking from? He cut more into that ball that time. He did. He cut into that one ball a little bit. That's the reason why the cue ball came off the side rail.
Sorry, I had to run real quick. I had to explain to somebody that the table is not a chair.
I think we're shooting here. I think he's going to try to cut this ball in.
Foul. Spot the 9. Yeah.
Very
Ball
nice.
came off the table.
Just a little
Doesn't
long.
matter. A ball comes off the table. It's foul.
Oh, he might see the edge of that.
And check this. See what happened there. Yeah, he's got the edge. To be honest, I think he can cut it square on the side.
So he hit that last ball really nice. Those back cuts, they're the worst for me. Very hard to match up on a ball like that.
Yeah, he's got that ball square in the side pocket if he wants to go at it.
And his cue ball's going to be coming close to the 4. Let's see, he's not playing that in the corner, is he? He can. He had it right to the corner. Wow. Oh, there we are. Take a break.
And Joey is
Take a break.
taking a break.
And as you can see, when he comes back to the table,
He's going to have a good shot.
he's going to have a good shot.
He is going to have a
It
good
is
shot.
tricky playing out of those pockets, though. Sometimes that cue ball can get away from you.
Well, we're doing good over here.
Yeah, we got a good turnout. You know, I walked through the rest of the place, and there's not a lot of people at the dining tables or sitting at the bar. The majority of people in this building right now are right here in this room watching this match.
Yeah, I mean, when you know what you're looking at and you know what these players are and what they're capable of, and you know, you don't want to miss it.
Mike Pollock stopped in to say hi.
How's Mike Pollock doing tonight? Doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing good.
You enjoying? You got winner? All right.
Did you bet a coffee on this? You got a coffee bet on this match? Didn't go either way, huh? He knows to stay. He knows when to stay away. Match is too close.
You heard it.
All right.
Mike's calling this one a hill.
Joey's back.
All right, Joey's coming back to the table. We're going to see what he's doing.
Okay.
He's looking to run out here.
He drew straight out. Didn't want to touch a rail at all.
He didn't want to flirt with it one little bit.
He may take an extra minute with this one.
Now, how do you think he's going to go about getting from the 5 to the 6 here?
I think he's going to try to cut the 5-ball left, cut the 5-ball right, hitting the left side of the 5, off the back rail, and then down.
There's that speed you were talking about earlier.
Uh,
A little straight on it, but I think he can maneuver something there.
Yeah, he's got enough angle.
Yeah. Just about made it through there, and he's up table. He's up there.
We do have the AC running tonight, which makes the rails a little bit extra bouncy. And it is kind of a sharp cut here. He has to be concerned about his cue ball speed.
So pardon my ignorance here, but with the AC on high, you're saying it's adding speed to the tables, or?
I've noticed in the past that anytime the AC is running, it makes the rails a little bit more bouncy. Reason why, I don't know, but I remember here and even at the old Snookers, anytime a table would be right under an AC unit and it was getting blown on with the cold air, it always made the rails a little bit more bouncy.
Gotcha.
He may want to consider rail first on this, with a lot of left-hand spin, come like 3 rails around.
So, I'm obviously not at the level these guys are, but in my opinion, I would want to play this with the rail first.
Right, rail. Right, rail first, and kind of go 3 rails.
3 rails
around.
and shoot the 9-ball to the left pocket on the screen there, the left corner pocket. That's the way I would want to shoot that. Because you get to, you really get to stroke the ball and comfortably hit it like that.
Yeah, and you use your rails to stay away from the corners. Yeah, that's what he tried, and obviously he cut the ball a little bit too much. And you got Joey.
I think the rotation on the cue ball actually threw that ball to the side of the pocket, causing it to jaw there.
Joey went at.
Joey said, "Hey, this
way.
is how you do that one." He said, "That's how you do this one."
He left himself a little tester here. That's the longest I've seen Joey stay on a ball.
What was it, 3 seconds instead of 4?
Well, no,
3 seconds instead of 2.
It was like 5 or 6 strokes instead of his normal 2 or 3.
All right. We got Joe Dupuis going up 10 games to 9. And just to remind you guys, we are at Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. Got a room full of spectators, players, and all kinds of railbirds. Having a good time over here. Real good time. See what that rail's looking like right now.
You want to bet on where they break from?
No bet. I bet it's going to be from right there.
Oh, wait a minute. He moved an inch.
He did.
Let's see if he cut breaks this. Yep, he cut. Yep, he went in.
He made the 8-ball on the
Nice. See?
side.
All right, now we got
That's looking
a
like a
little bit
table
of
for Joe.
adjustment there.
That's looking like a table for Joe. That looks like something Joey eats on the weekend for lunch. Or maybe on a Wednesday when he comes and plays the tournament. I'll tell you, if that was the $5 action table, he'd be up 5. Very nice
I
shot
can
there.
see he's starting to shoot a little bit more careful.
Table number 3, Mike Davis, 5K. Mike Davis, 5K, table number 3.
I try to do my best to not call anything on the loudspeaker when they're mid-stroke. Try to make sure that happens. Obviously, I can't be paying attention to every single table, but I'm really trying to give them courtesy here. They got the most on the line, so. $12.
Well, we have a break and run.
We do. So he's going up 11 games to 9. He's getting beers passed to him from the rail. He is just feeling good. This is the largest gap in the match so far, am I right?
It's been 2 games. Mikey had a couple 2-game leads early on.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't see that.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, check me on that.
Yeah, check that on the record. Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
I'm pretty sure Mikey did have, like, when it was maybe 4-2 or something.
Lindsay Ray, thanks for the stream, Mike. I love this match. Lindsay, wish you guys were here. I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it. Hopefully I can bring something up your way. I haven't had the pleasure of experiencing the rooms in the main area, but hopefully I can get up there soon. Maybe I can drag Ray up there with me. I'll come up to Maine.
Hey, just let me know when. I need to
the,
just schedule it, put it on the schedule.
The Moose Challenge. The Lobster Challenge.
I do like lobster.
Yeah, we'll go with lobster. I'm more of a fan of the crab legs.
You can get me up there with a lobster dinner, I tell you. Yeah.
All right, you heard it, Lindsay. You got lobster dinner. Ray Max coming up. Get me some crab legs and I'm in. So let's see what else we got. Rhoda says, break and run, then go back to smash break, LOL.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
We've got Todd Brock over here winning a match. Todd Brock taking another one down. He's been showing his colors over here. He's still undefeated. He's the furthest one on the winner's side. Not bad, not bad. Todd, what city you representing, bro? New Bedford. Todd Brock from New Bedford. He is all the way to the right side of the chart. He is doing his stuff.
Yeah, Mikey, he's from Everett, Mass. And I'm pretty sure Joey's from Whitman. He lives in Whitman, Mass.
Whitman. I know he spends a lot of time at Sticks and Stones. That's Dan Milligan's room. That's in Abington.
Yep.
If you guys ever have a chance to be in that area, check out Sticks and Stones. They're a great room, great staff, great food. Definitely love those guys. They're, extended cousins or whatever you want to call it. Extended family. Lindsay says, ha ha ha, I'd love a lobster roll myself. Crab legs are the best. You're not kidding. You are not kidding. Anonymous2621 had to download the app to watch it. Couldn't get the link you posted on FB to work. Tried 3 different browsers. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure why that's doing that. I'm gonna have to look at that. Again, I'm sorry.
Were they able to get on?
They were able to. Yeah, they ended up downloading the Ustream app to get it to work.
Okay.
But yeah, the link that I had posted on Facebook, it was just a direct link. You go to the Ustream page and you just say copy link.
Right.
And usually you just click that and it takes you right back to the Snookers Providence page. But for some reason it wasn't working for that person. But I'll double check that and make sure it's still working right. I know that sometimes browsers, like they're funny. You need, ActiveX and you need this Flash plugin and X, Y, and Z to work. So it's working on Snookers website as well as Ustream site. Okay, thanks, the ball breaker. Works great with Google Chrome. Okay, Rhoda says go to Google Chrome and you got action. Meanwhile, Mike Minichello says, I'm not finished yet.
He's not finished yet. No.
Watch this. So again, I mean, if you look right here, Ray, just right down this group of players, the spectator group here.
It's been a long time since I seen a rail like this.
Yeah, that's pretty
it's been
good.
It's been a long
We'll do a
time.
quick head too.
Even the last Joss event didn't even come close to what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure of that. And you had who was that? That was Jason Shaw and Eklund Casey. Akachi, I think he pronounces it.
Yeah. That's right.
That was a sick match, I'll tell you. But yeah, you're right. I mean,
and that's on the Snookers Providence YouTube page.
It is.
So if anybody wants to watch some of the matches that we've recorded here, Upstate Al did most of the events, so he'll be the commentator for it all. But
for that match there, I did a silent stream. That was one of my silent stream community services.
That's right.
It's like, hey, there's no live stream for this event. I'm like, well, these two players are going at it. I said, I can't let that slide. We're going to have to record this and stream that. So I did what I could.
He underhit that. Now he's going to take an extra minute. That's it. I like to walk around, get the chalk, take an extra minute.
I'd like to get this angle here for him to shoot this. Here we go. Mike said,
nice. That was nice. Okay.
Ain't a thing. I'm Mike Minichello. It's no thing. I know that shot.
It's hard to do. You leave yourself long like that. You've made the mistake by leaving yourself long, but you have to have the positive attitude that that's okay. I'm gonna get down on the shot. Just focus on pocketing the ball and execute.
I always use the analogy where if your opponent left you that shot, you'd be so excited.
Right.
But because you left it, it's like, what, you're disappointed now?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
right.
the same shot. What's the
is.
difference? Just get the job done.
All right, let's see. Same spot. Let's see if we cut break. He did. He cut break.
Oh, and it's back on the
it's
table.
Back on the table.
With a safety break. He said I had to play it that way.
Well, he did adjust. He did the. Now you said they can break from anywhere, right?
They can break from anywhere behind the head string. Anywhere behind the head string is okay.
And no one's even tried to break from the other side of the table yet.
Nope.
A corner ball may be wide and they don't even know it. The way, because it seems as though they're both racking in the same spot. Because the balls seem like neither one is making a ball on the break, so the balls are pretty much racked the same way every time.
Yeah.
And no one's even attempted to try to see it, the other side of the table, just breaking from there, maybe pocket a ball.
All right, now Joey pushed out here. I mean, I only see a couple of things that I even consider. I mean, I might try to maybe 4-rail it above the 6 ball and leave the cue ball uptown. I mean, do you see that there? I mean, to go around the 8 ball, you see that line, or?
Well, I see what you're talking about, but because there's so many object balls close to the rail, there's few hiding spots.
Yeah, right.
So you're better off just giving it back to him in this situation. I mean, he may come with something and put you behind something, but
he was purely trying to gauge the speed there. Purely speed. Chuck Sampson taking a match down.
Yeah, he's actually, Chuck's got a smile on his face.
Mikey's playing the speed. Can he get under it? He can't get under the
Well,
7.
that ball really straightened up when it hit that second rail.
What's that, the cue ball?
No, the one.
The one ball.
Yeah.
Do you think there was some spin on it there, or you think
Well,
the
either
fan's
way,
on high?
even if it drifted up table, I'm just saying it looked like it took a real sharp angle off that side rail. I mean, straight across.
For any of the local players in the area, just wanted to remind you about our Bud Classic qualifier. We're doing those on Saturdays. We have, I believe, 6 left. Is that right, Ray? We have 6 of those left.
6 qualifiers left, yes.
And those are run in 3 separate classes.
We do have a Facebook page. It's the Budweiser Classic. So if you go to Facebook, Budweiser Classic page, it gives you the dates, all the information. The winners are updated weekly on that. You can see who's qualified so far, who qualified for the first week. But yes, it is 3 classes of players. The C division starts at noon, the B division starts at 2, and the A division starts at 4. And that's Saturdays, $20 entry fee. So $5,000 first place. I don't think you're going to see a payout like that in pool around.
No, I don't think so. And that's guaranteed. It doesn't matter how many people show up to these qualifiers. The top 3 in each class get into the main event. And, you know, after the 7 qualifiers, we got a 64 field. There's no entry to come play at the main event, and the winner gets $5,000.
Yeah.
And that's that. Done deal. Nothing to talk about.
So, and now speaking about sponsors, now we got to thank Budweiser for that.
We do have to thank Budweiser. Budweiser is very gracious to donate that money for us, and they've been real good to Snookers in the pool world.
Right. So, and this is 8th annual. So,
yeah, that's 8 years.
8 years of $5,000. So, chalk them up for a big number right there.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. Hey, maybe we should have saved it all and done one big one.
But see, that's what I mean about how presentable you make the show.
Yeah.
It's important to have a nice show, that not only people at home can watch, and the numbers at home, if they were higher, more people watching, what you do here, and proper dress for the players and conduct. Conduct is also a key thing.
I don't know. I'm sure some of you guys listening, definitely, some of you guys know about these things, but a lot of the rules with the ship to cash stuff are, geared towards etiquette and ethics and ways that you're supposed to play and the gentlemanly or ladylike way to play pool, where you're not playing like some, some barbarian guy yelling and screaming and arguing and things like that. And, you actually get to have some heart and play the right way. But we make those things part of the rules. One of the examples is, our chair rule. I mean, when your opponent is at the table, you have to be in your chair. If you have some kind of, back problem or whatever it is, then, we say you can lean against the chair or not. But, we want you to be sitting in your chair and being still and not moving around and calling the waitress for something when the guy's shooting the 9-ball at you. We want people to understand those things. And it's not just a so-so rule where we don't enforce that. If you're not in your chair, you get up, mid-shot or something like that, the penalty is a foul. It's a ball in hand. And it's really teaching the players that aren't familiar with the right way to do things. They're learning, and now you have to. You can't expect everybody to just know that. Anonymous 8856, hi all. I don't know who you are, but hello. And 5969, play even or go home. You are absolutely right. Joey Banks' favorite rule. Yeah, that is definitely one of the favorite rules, and I've actually received some compliments on reprimanding certain players for that rule. They're like, I love how you told that guy to sit in his chair, and he had to. I love how you told him that. I'm like, well, I guess I enjoyed it a little myself. So, We want people to really learn to play the game the right way, and you know, you just got to do the right things. And if you didn't know, now it's part of the rules. So now you're being brought in the right way.
Tell you, Mikey needs this win here. You don't want Joey to continue with a 2-game lead. Looks like he's just going to come straight off the rail and maybe play the 4 on the side.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's not what he wanted to do there. You can see Joey go rail first, shoot the 4 on the side.
yeah. He probably rail first and come around, pretty much like he did on that 8-ball that last game. But he doesn't look at his angle for.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the ideal angle. He's going to have to really pound it to the back rail with the bottom right.
Unless he just draws as much as he can and just accept a longer, tougher cut.
If I know Joe, I think he's going to pound it with bottom right and come right above the side pocket here and just draw and spin up the table.
Yeah.
He went your way. He just drew it and accepted the long shot like that.
Yeah. Now he's in an up and down situation. You got to avoid the 9.
Yeah.
That's all.
You think he's going to go on one side or the other? I mean,
yeah, he should be coming right between the 8 and the 9. Well, he didn't do that either. Looks like he.
His miss into that pocket was a little less favorable than Mike's. Granted, they both missed the shot into that pocket, but
Yeah, Mike's got a tough way out here.
well, yeah, don't mess with the pool president. He takes no crap. I'm not sure who that is, but appreciate it. Joey Banks, I use that in my other nights now. Thanks for adding it to my repertoire. Absolutely. Absolutely. No problem at all. Anything you guys like, throw it in there. We want it to be spread and spread quickly. What do you think he's going with here, Ray? I mean,
I think that was a hope and a prayer.
that was, hey, I'm going to hit this like this, and something good's going to happen.
Yeah, that was a really tough situation there. I'd have to be down at the table to probably see the angle a little bit better.
And what do you think this situation's presenting? I mean, this isn't really a cut and dry thing, I don't think. I mean,
I can tell you one thing: Joey's shooting at the 5.
Why? No kidding. No kidding.
I don't know how straight he is. He might be. He's going to just come down and play whatever side he can get on.
What's he going to do? He's going to hit it like.
He's going to hit it like Zeus.
Zeus. I call that the Moses stroke. You smash it and split the pocket. His cue was very close to the 9-ball there, and he did not move it 1 millimeter.
I think we're playing that 8-ball up table somewhere.
Unless he thinks he's rolling into it.
Yeah, unless he's going to come across, try to break it up. But
oh, Joey's checking his line here.
Yeah,
it's a good sign.
It's not too often he does.
Now, the only thing I don't like about rolling under the 8-ball here is the speed of the table. It's going to be very difficult to hold it there. He's going to have to really spin down towards that bottom rail with the inside.
Yes.
All right. Nicely done. Very nice job.
But getting position on that 8 should have been set up on the 6-ball to make the 7 easier, to make the, you know what I mean? So
give you that.
It's all connected. I mean, he just got random shape on that 7 and then tried to come up with something at that point. But because he's a shooter, he gets the job done. Mikey missed an opportunity there. I know he had to try to get around the 4 and the 5 he was dealing with.
I'll tell you what, they're definitely enjoying themselves. I'll tell you that.
All right, so back to the 2-game lead. It's getting to crunch time here.
I keep seeing a little picture. This guy's posting a little picture here.
Cut break.
Not sure what that is. Those crabs. Yeah, don't mess with the pool. I'm not sure what that icon is, but that's what it is. Yeah, Kevin Brule taking down a match.
Mikey left long again here. I think he can see that too to cut it in.
Oh yeah, he's going right in the pocket there.
I think the three's probably going to go in the same pocket.
And just like that, great position too. He's looking good there.
You pretty much want a stop shot on the 5 because, I mean, it's 5 to stop, 6 to stop. That was an important angle right there. I think he's going to have to drift down table now. Either bump the 5 or get around it. Oh, and we bumped it, but not full.
Could have manufactured something a little bit stronger there, but
yeah.
At this point in the game, you gotta figure it out now.
I think if he thin cuts it, he could like thin cut this and bring the cue ball back behind the 6 and the 9.
Yep.
Just move the 5 up table, you know, a couple inches.
I see
bring
that.
The cue ball back.
I can see that.
Oh, he got away with that one.
He did get away with that one. If that didn't hit the nipple, I'm sure that was going to come right out over here. Let's see Joey. All right, and the safety battle begins. But then again, when you got two lefties on the table, you never can tell if they're going to safe again or if they're just pounding it right in the hole. Can't really tell.
That was a nice play. He did have the shot at it. It is getting close to the end. He didn't want to take a chance. He'd rather deal with something like this. Looks like he's going to try to come down the left side of that 6 ball. Play the 6 in the bottom right-hand corner. And just because he doesn't play here enough, he just doesn't have that little, touch that he needs,
Just that little bit of speed control, but
yeah, that's all it is.
He did have some time on the table. I mean, he shot for a good while today. I mean, I'm not going to say he's, it's internalized, but
No, I mean, and looks like he's going. We're going in, folks.
I didn't really like the approach to it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's preference most of the time here, but I didn't like the way to go about that. He kind of just he rolled the shot, spinning it, and I think that was that wasn't the ideal way to go about it.
I think there was a little bit of disappointment in that stroke. Being in the position he was in too. Oh, look who joined the show.
Hey, look who it is. It's the lovely Miss Chelsea Medeiros in the building supporting the cause. Always nice having her around.
Oh, 13.
We got a 13 to 10. 13-10. Again, just want to remind you guys that we are broadcasting live from Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. This is Ship the Cash Fight Night with Joe Dupuis and Mike Minichello, racing at 15. We are closing in on the last couple of games here.
And this is, you got to let everybody know, Wednesday nights here at Snookers, we do have a 9-ball tournament. That's every Wednesday.
Yes, we do.
You know, it's a race to 3, double elimination, $20 entry fee for the lower players. The higher players pay $30. But that is every Wednesday night.
Yeah, we have been consistently 30-plus players every week, whether it's beautiful out or terrible out. They come out, and I always like to say that this tournament, this Wednesday night tournament, it's not necessarily a tournament where you come and you say, hey, I'm going to come and win that tournament. This is more of like, I don't know, a training camp for all the skill level players. We get C players to pros that come every week consistently, and you can see the people that come more often are just getting better, and the guys that don't come too often, they're kind of just staying the same or not hacking it so much.
No, you're right. And, you get knocked out of the tournament. We have our little $5 action table you can jump into. You know, there's usually something going on. 2 players match up. I mean, Nelson's in the house most of the time. We haven't seen Shorty here in a couple weeks. I think he took a little road trip. We don't know where he is. But
he did take a road trip. He's down south a little bit, and he's trying to spread his wings a bit.
Well, it's
couple
good.
of
He
weeks.
needed that. He needed some time away.
Yeah.
But usually there's guys here that'll be matching up, so you come down, you play in the tournament. If you happen to get knocked out, you get your $5 action table. You have, side action going on. So
yeah, one of the things that we do here that's kind of cool, the players really enjoy it. We do call-outs at times where, we get a player, he's like, hey, I'm not really familiar with the guys. We know his rank, but we're not really sure who he is. He's like, I want to play somebody. I'm like, okay, what's the best guy you want to play? And, if the guy's a B, he'll say, I'd even play a B+, sure. He's like, B+ or below, I'll play him a race to 5. Okay. And I'll just ask the room, hey, anybody in here, B+ or lower, want to play a race to 5? Who wants it?
Right.
And they say, I'll take it. We say, action. Go ahead. Table 4, table 5, whatever. And you get to match up with the players and, get put on the spot. And, we create the action.
It's a night of pool.
Yeah, it's a night of pool. Yeah, right. It is.
I'm going out tonight, honey. Where are you going? I'm going out for a night of pool.
Yeah, that's right. It's not a night where you come here and if you don't do good in the tournament, like that's the end of it. There's always something to do. Always.
Okay, time out at a good time. We come back. We have a fairly easy table here. We just got to navigate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see too many issues here. I mean, the 5, 6, 7, that might be like the only anything.
Oh, that's something caught his mind there.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there. That was extremely uncharacteristic.
Well, sometimes you get down the shot and you're thinking more about where you want your cue ball instead of just focusing on the picture that's right in front of you. It happens.
It does happen.
I tell you, Joey left himself pretty straight to that side pocket. Once again, he's got a layup position that he just has to settle with.
Yeah, he's actually, if anything, he's going towards the rail. It looks it. Yeah, he tried to manufacture an angle that just wasn't there. Got a little bit of a positive roll there without clipping that 8-ball. If he clipped the 8-ball, he would have left Mikey straight in on that 3-ball.
Tell you what, I think if I was Mikey, I'd try to draw that cue ball under that 9.
To get past that side pocket there.
Yeah.
And he got there. I don't think.
A little lazy on that draw stroke. He didn't.
Yeah, he's, you know, on this table in particular, me myself, I'd be a little afraid of overstroking on that. Get some action in the chat here. Best turning around. Great job, guys. Thank you very much. And then we got Lisa Waters. How we doing?
Lisa?
That's Lisa. She is
Well,
Miss
hello,
4895. If you call that number, you're going to get a busy tone. Guaranteed.
Well. What are we doing here? I tell you what, he's lining up to make this ball. He wants to shoot this ball in. Combination.
And Joey's going with the combination here. He's going with the 3-6. And he went with the three-way shot. You got the 3-6, you got the safety, and you got the 9-ball.
Opportunities, boys. Somebody has to start doing something. You got to carry him into that 9 here. I mean, I don't see any other options here. We got to get this done.
All right, Mike Minichello taking another rack here. Hey Ray, what are the odds? You good with odds? You know, probability, things like that. What are the odds we get to see a 14-14 double cheese hill 1 rack for everything tonight? What are the chances? What's the probability there?
It's happened a lot.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
It has happened a lot.
I'm not going to mention any names. Clyde Mata, Mike Pettit. Not going to say any names, but
no, we've seen it.
4922. Let's see. Mike's falling apart. Looks like he's losing confidence. His stroke changed in body language. I mean, he could just be a little winded, like tired-wise. I don't think he's lost his confidence. Mike knows he can win. I mean, if you look at him square in the eyes, I mean, he's not faltering there. He doesn't look like he's lost his his confidence. You know, we're down in a match though. You got to say, come on, give me something here. Let me get rolling. But no, I'm just going to go ahead and say that break was, minuscule. Neither player really got anything working with the break. The one time Joe made the break work, he ran out the table, but he didn't repeat the way he hit it the next time. He just went back to what he was doing before. I think Rhoda pointed that out in the stream. Yes, that was Kevin in the background, by the way. That was Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin's on Team Minichello for the night.
So if you cut this in the side, you'd want to clip the bottom of the 6 first and then hit the rail and come straight across. I don't know if he's able to do that. Yeah, very good. Just unfortunately overhit it. But he shot these back cuts. Like I said, these are trouble for me. These type of back cuts like this. But from what I've seen so far tonight, Mikey hits them pretty good.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Players table number 6, Ryan Stevens, Clyde Mata. Ryan Stevens, Clyde Mata, that's table 6.
Getting some.
I think you want to draw this ball a little bit, Mikey. Not too straight, so you can use that bottom rail, the back rail. Perfect angle for the 5. Come off your back rail.
Table number 5, we got Brian Chase, Mike Utley. Brian Chase, Mike Utley, that's table 5.
Well, I've
Nice
seen so many
execution there.
times mistakes on a shot like this. See the 7 ball where they leave themselves kind of where the cue ball is now, and the cue ball
Shooting
has to go
down.
down table.
And then
you
he's got
know?
to avoid the 9 ball to get on the 8 ball.
Right. You wanna really make sure you cross the line between the center pockets and come down
The
table.
point of no return.
You know, because you can always go 3 rails around. You know.
And he's done a good job there.
Well, he's probably gonna draw straight back. Well, maybe no. It looks like he's gonna have to use the side rail and bounce off.
That's the way he likes to hit it.
He really could have left himself a little bit easier.
Could have. He could have.
Oh.
We didn't want to see that happen there.
No. Okay. So that's why that getting on that 7 ball the right way was so critical. You know, he was probably better off coming farther down the table and then going 3 rails around with his cue ball.
And Joey's definitely got a tester here. He's like straight line, square at this shot here. Pick a pocket, fire away. And Mike's going to get another turn at the table here. He's going to get a chance to redeem himself. What do you think he's doing here, Ray? Is he cutting this ball in?
Oh, absolutely.
He's cutting this right into that corner, right?
You want to get your cue ball to the side rail.
Now he's going to play it to just cut in center ball, or he's going to throw it in to make that cue ball go 4 rails to the top there.
4 rail? Well, he doesn't want to go 4. He wants to maybe go bottom rail, side rail, and then not come close to the back because he doesn't want to bring that corner pocket into play.
Okay.
You know?
Me personally, when I play a shot like this, I like to throw the ball in and bring the cue ball, 3 to 4 rails to the top of the table, just as like a a fail safe. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to just.
He's definitely putting right hand spin on the ball, which I like. Just don't overhit it.
Nice, Mike.
Okay, he did have to go. See, I guess you were right where he had to let his cue ball go. It was going that way.
Yeah.
So the angle was steeper than I thought. Okay.
Very, very nice shot by Mr. Minichello. And we got a 13-12 game. Wow, and the room, I don't know if you guys could hear that on the stream, but the room just erupted when he made that. The room erupted. They are definitely enjoying themselves. They are loving this match. Just taking a couple pictures of the spectators here. We got a lot of people in this group over here. A lot of people. So, again, I want to thank everybody for the support. Just always being behind what we're doing here. And if the message isn't clear, ask me. I'll tell you all about it.
We have answers to your questions.
Right. I have all the answers for your questions. And if I don't, I will manufacture an answer. I will figure it out for you. Just want to make sure that there's clear information there. Wow, look at that.
His cue ball crossed the line it's supposed to, but he did make a ball, so he's happy with that.
He is happy with that. Now, you think he's going offense here, or he's going to try to...
Oh, yeah, cut that in. We're playing this 2 ball in the right side pocket. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
He's cutting that ball in. He's trying to get out here. He's not going any defense. He doesn't want to.
His cue ball, actually, because I've seen the way the tables are bouncing, he may have to go back and forth with his cue ball. Not sure. Yep.
Looking like he's got the right speed here.
Good stroke. Good stroke.
That four's looking like it passes the 6
That was a
also.
confident stroke.
Yeah, I think making that 9 ball gave him a little pep in his step. Fade it, Mike. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. You're not short. It's just a different shot. You know?
Okay. I'll tell you what, being straight in on the 6 ball, as long as he doesn't leave himself a long shot, you're okay. You straight in, that way you can do like a 6-inch draw, 7 in the side. That's it. Take a look.
Take a look.
Take a look.
Breathe, bro. Breathe.
All right. He looked like he set up to leave himself a little bit of an angle on the 6, which is still okay. As long as you're not going to run into the 9 by making the 6.
He's going to be comfortable with that. He likes that. I'd like to get another view of this. Just really take in the lines he's got here. All right, so he's heading towards the bottom rail, slightly towards the 9. He's not straight in. I mean, what do you think here, Ray? Play the inside, try to play the 7 to the corner or the side if you roll further?
I think he might be able to just draw this. I can't tell. I can't tell if he can just draw.
Yeah, he
Put
might
the
be able
7 in the
to.
side?
Yeah, he might be able to do that. I mean, yeah, you could do that. I think that's definitely possible. You just got to make sure you cross that line of the 8 ball there. Just like that.
Like that.
Just like that.
I mean, the shots are a little bit longer than he would like, but this is very manageable. You get about another 6-inch draw in this shot. Probably not even, maybe 3-inch draw. Okay, he had a little angle where he could fade up table. Perfect angle for the 9.
Mike Minichello bringing it 13-13.
What was that? Another vehicle had to be moved?
Yeah, we had another vehicle that had to be moved. We are packing in the people. We filled up the street, both parking lots, under the bridge, the top side. They said, you know what? I don't care if there's a pocket spot. I'm getting in there.
Well, don't
I'm coming
worry,
in.
because Steve owns the building across the street now. He's going to have that lot all paved, lighted, fenced, cameras, action.
Oh, man, I thought we were going to build the pool Disney World.
No, extra parking. We're going to have extra parking here, so don't worry. Coming soon.
And here we go. Mike Minichello to break. And we are at 13-13. And he's pocketed the 1 ball.
Definitely
got to get out of the side there.
He really cut that one.
I'm not sure if that 4 ball is blocking his vision to the 2, but if it's not, I say he's going at it. If it is, we're seeing a push here. Not really sure what he's got there. I mean, it really looks like he can't see that 2 ball. He's got to kick at it. So, in my opinion, you got to kind of push to a bank or something like that. You can't leave Joey shooting at the ball straight in the hole.
That's Saraja.
I mean, what do you think? He's going to 1 rail kick himself to leave him square on the 2 ball? straight across.
One rail the cue ball.
Yeah, like one rail
Yeah,
the cue
back
ball
up.
and leave him facing
Yeah,
straight at the
yep.
2 or something like that. I don't think you don't really want to give him any kind of angle to make something out of it. So
Right.
you're really going to have to push him.
I mean, obviously, you do that. You know, Joey's going to play safe back at you probably by bringing the cue ball down table behind the 9, the 3, to the back rail. But
I think Mike's looking at pushing the cue ball towards the bottom right of your screen right now, over underneath where the 9 is. I think that's where he's pushing to.
you're going to give him the shot, like where it sits. Yeah, he's going to give him the shot where it sits.
Giving him the shot. He said, "Hey Joe, get out of your chair and make this, or I will."
Oh no! See, Joey just took a break here.
Joey's taking a break.
I don't. Yep. See, a timeout in that situation that I really don't like.
You don't like it because it's not a good.
Because you're
not
not
a good look.
you're not coming back to an easy shot. You're coming back to a difficult shot. I mean, not to say that he can't execute it.
Correct. Not to say that he can't execute it, but like you were saying, it's always good to take a break when you're in a favorable situation versus a not so favorable situation.
That's my theory on timeouts.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, if he needed some time to collect himself to shoot this shot in, then maybe a walk around the table would have been suffice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then execute. You know.
Yeah. So you don't think he should have exited the realm of the table
unless he
absolutely
genuinely had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, right.
I mean that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that there's no reason to walk away. There is a reason that sometimes.
He's Minnesota fatsing himself right now.
If it's just to take a break on this situation,
yeah,
you were probably better off just taking a walk around the table.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. So,
I tell you, if he shoots at it, because that cue ball is close to the rail like that, when you use spin and your cue ball's close to a rail, that cue ball curves immediately. Anytime you use left to right English when the cue ball is close to the rail, your cue ball is going to curve right when you hit it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
so
most definitely.
It makes it that much more difficult to shoot the shot, you know. And I think he would have to probably try to put a little bit of right-hand English on this to make his 3-ball easier, because this looks like a back and forth attempt. If he's going to shoot it, he wants his cue ball to come back and forth across the table.
All right, it looks like Joey's coming back to the table here. He wants to go at this now. Oh, okay. He's giving it back to Mike
because he knows the difficulty of this. I mean, Mike could just straight shoot it and accept where his cue ball would be, which is up probably where that 2 is now, having it come straight across the table. I mean, if he negotiates any lower, he's going to have to put right-hand spin on it.
So he's going on attack here.
Yeah, he's just shooting, probably just straight in, accepting what he gets on the 3.
Very nice execution there. And he's coming on a good side of the 3-ball. That was very nice. A little close to the rail, but still.
All right, now.
Workable here.
For my next trick.
Yeah. I mean, not for nothing. If he's feeling the right way, I mean, you play a little inside here, and
Oof, I don't know.
I mean, with the fast speed, I hear you, but.
Oh, he tried for a carom to the 9. That was very, very risky.
It was risky. I mean, I think maybe he needed a little bit more thought process there to just kind of figure out, hey, what if this and what if that, to play like the, the 2-way version of the shot or whatever. But he was comfortable with that. That's what he went with, and he's got to live with it. He's not going to complain about it. So, I mean, is Joey really going to go offensive here?
No, it's defense. He's one rail in it, stick the 5, behind the 5.
All right. Well, let's see. What are Mike's options here? I mean, he's got a 2-railer for sure. He's got a 1-railer for sure. to be honest, in this situation, I kind of like the one rail trying to hit the bottom side of the floor, rolling it over near the 9, leaving the cue ball towards the bottom. I mean, what do you think, Ray?
I'm more into a 2-rail kick on this and try to kick from the coming in. I mean, the way we're looking at the screen right now, you'd want to hit the right side of the four ball and kick the four ball up table. You know, 2-railing it that way. You have
try to roll the cue ball under the 9.
Yeah, you have a chance of using those balls there, the 9 and the 5, you know, to hide behind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're comfortable with a 2-railer, then yeah, I definitely say that. It almost looks like he's jumping.
Oh, he's massaying?
Yeah, it looks like he's jumping or massaying. Wow, he made the 9. Wow.
My God. Oh,
wow.
Boy, look at that.
Wow, that just happened. Wow, can you guys...
We have the rail
Can
going
you guys
crazy
hear
on
that? Let's see if we can get any action.
Somebody bet a coffee on this match.
Yeah, I would say so. All right, Mike Minichello going up 14-13. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say is wow. Wow.
Well, here we go, folks. Cup break. Got a cup break. It's been working a little bit. Oh, he crossed the line. And he made a ball.
Okay.
I think the 5 might have bit him on that.
Wow.
Tell you what, making that 9 ball like that, jumping. I can't even believe he can jump with his own cue like that. He gets over
insane.
The ball pretty well, I tell you that.
That is insane. Absolutely insane.
I struggle with a jump cue. And he really wants to be able to see that one. He's saying, give me something. He may even just try to massé. Even if he can, I think he might attempt to massé on this one. Although he is left-handed, which is going to make that much more difficult.
Wow. I'm still recovering from that shot there. Are you kidding me? Wow.
You almost said it.
Got Lance Liscotti there. Played that. Wow. Gross. Whoa. Oh, my God. Yeah, you guys all got it right. That's exactly right. You guys all had it just right.
So he's taking a long look at this. I don't see any other thing he's doing but shooting. Tell you, with it, if he does happen to make it, with the English that he's using, he's going to come nice into the 2. He overcut it. And
he's got it. He avoided it. That's what you call slightly favorable. I'll tell you.
Joey's put himself in a...
I mean, he's going at it here.
Yeah. Oh.
He's made it, but he's hooked himself.
More torture.
More torture.
Well, I only see a 1-rail kick at this. This is one of those hit and hope.
I mean, yeah, there's not really like a definitive, oh, you're supposed to do this way. It's just kind of, you know.
Yeah, there's not many options here.
Yeah. I mean, all I got to say is if you guys watching this match aren't enjoying this, I'm sorry, you're watching the wrong game. Your TV's messed up, your phone's broken, something's wrong. And regardless of who wins this match, I got to give a ton of respect to both of these guys. Anybody that you know, can put their name and their cash on the line like that in front of people. It's just, you know, you got to give those people respect, and you know, you say, hey, hats off to you. You're willing to put it all out there and show us what you got. So if you guys can hear, we got some Van Halen jump in the background. You think that's a sign for Joey to pull out the jump cue?
I tell you what, I don't even with, he can't get over that with a jump cue. He's got the rail in front of him. The 5 is too far away.
All right.
All right, now.
Mike
Getting
Minichello.
on that 7, you want you want the
hand.
right angle on that 7 ball. So that's where you got to work down to.
Mike Minichello, ball in hand, on the hill, with a game cushion. I mean, this is kind of the ideal position you want to be in. You got ball in hand and you're on the hill, right?
Ball in hand on the hill, yep. But
what else do you want?
You want your cue ball. I mean, if the 9 wasn't there, that's where you'd want your cue ball when you're shooting the 6. But because the 9 is there, you got to kind of move around that a little bit. And then get a good shot at the 7. That should unlock the rack for him.
Table 6. I'm not going to announce it.
I'm not going to announce it. You can just tell him he's standing there talking to guy Charlie right there. He's got 2 sticks in his hand. Yeah, right there with the black, yeah, right? Yeah, right.
Oh,
He's
boy.
talking to guy, yep.
Okay. 50-yard line on this.
It's funny, the people in the tournament, they don't even want to play Ray. I'm like, hey,
no,
you
I know.
guys are up over there. They're like, I don't want to play.
I'm looking at the tournament tables right now. I don't see anybody playing on any of them.
No, they're just in awe watching this. This is where we get to see what the pool gods want to say.
Well,
he's got a full eclipse here. Got a full eclipse.
I don't know how good. If he has a piece of that ball and he could just tickle the side of that 6, bring your cue ball 2 rails around behind the 8. No, he's got to go to the rails for it. I think with a high cue ball, he should be able to get to that left rail. Oh, I'm really surprised at that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have been playing defense there. The pressure's on Joe, you know, in the chair. He needs a shot.
Even if he thought he was going to go into the 9, I think the best he would have done is hit the side of the 9, and his cue ball still would have came down table. But then play it safe after that, you know?
Right. You want to,
because that 6 was definitely playable. I'm really surprised at that. Oh boy, wow. Okay, I guess his plan worked. Once again, you got to give yourself the right angle on the 7. You don't want to be straight. You don't want to be frozen to the back rail. Probably play off that side rail, come down, heading towards the 8. Come off the rail right where the 8 is.
just barely avoided that. He's right on top of that ball.
Yeah.
You know what, though? Mike's smiling right now. He's,
all he's got to do is, straight up table off that back rail. If he has to go that hard. Let his cue ball go straight up and down the table.
He's definitely able to pocket this ball. It's all about what he can manufacture as far as the position on the 8 there. I mean, is he going to try to play inside, go around the 9 ball?
No, 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 no. No, you don't want to. That brings the 9 ball and the side pocket into play. You're best off just coming straight up and down the table. Wow.
See, that was the reason why I was mentioning that, only because the ball stuck to the rail like that. You're that close. I mean, they're fast rails and everything. Anything other than inside is going to make it, you know, a little funny.
I mean, I didn't. From where I am, I thought the shot was a little bit easier than it. You know, he made it look there. I don't know. Maybe because he had to reach, he just couldn't reach it and execute it the right way.
It could have been that. And I mean, bottom line though is that when you're on this table here, especially with those rails the way they are, and it's stuck to it, I mean, you got to be pretty comfortable. And Joey's going to give Mikey 7, 8, 9 here for the cash. Mikey's starting to get his swag going.
Right in the middle of the table. That's it, right there.
This is nothing fancy, right? Just roll it in and play the speed, right?
You want to use a little bit of right-hand English and make sure you go high to the center of the table.
It's looking right.
Well, once again, he could have made it a little easier.
Rotoman, can I play? Ouch.
He can, right? We can just set something up.
Rota is able to play. We will find you an opponent, put up some cash, and let's roll.
Yep.
Looking pretty good for Mike here.
Well, as far as table play for both players, they were both way off the game of what I've normally seen these guys play at.
All right. That's the match.
I would have liked to see a little bit more manipulating
Let's
the
hear it
rack.
for our guys. Mike Minichello over Joe Dupuis.
They should have tried a little bit more on their breaks. You know what I mean? Racking the balls. Neither one. They stayed with the same thing. Both of them, exact same spot. It's almost, you would almost bet that that's what they agreed to. You had to break from that one particular spot the whole match.
So.
Anyway, I got to get back to work. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We do have the Bud Classic every Saturday. Check our Facebook page. Snookers Providence is our YouTube, and for Facebook we want the Budweiser Classic. Look for the Budweiser Classic. That's I'll give you all the information about the tournament we're running. $5,000 first place. Saturdays are the qualifiers. There's 6 qualifiers left. $5,000 first place. Hope to see you guys there. Thanks.
All right, Ray, thank you very much, brother. Always enjoy having you in here with us. We're gonna see if we can get one of these guys up here to give us some insight. 1, 2, 1, go. All right, hold on. All right, you got it.
You're actually gonna go on about table 7. Is that okay? I got matches on all of them.
Yeah. Yep. We can kill the record.